my channel. This is KARENPO. Okay, we're actually on the 12th day of quarantine here at the Brisbane, and just want to continue my catching up with BTS. So now we're in the Dark and Wild album. So we're gonna react to it, but unlike my other reaction video, I'm not gonna show the actual, what you call this, while I'm watching the video. I'm not gonna show how did I react to it, so I'm gonna straight into the reaction after viewing the video or the lyric video or anything from the track, to make the video short. Okay, so now we're jumping into the first track of the album, which is the intro, What Am I to You. So Big Hit has uploaded a comeback trailer regarding this intro. So actually I finished watching it. The Dark and Wild, What Am I to You comeback trailer. It's actually the first note of that. You can hear it from the Boy in Love music video, and I don't know in what section, but there's a what you call this track put it into that music video, the What Am I to You. So it's actually What Am I to You. It's more because Dark and Wild, as they said in the Pitchfork what you call it interview this month, these three words that they describe this album is, I forgot it. I'm gonna search. So in the I think they've said Dark and Wild because actually they've recorded this same time from their reality show, the American Hustle Life. So it's very stressful for them, and they have this kind of schedule, and so I think after the this is a packed album. This is actually a full album than the one we've reacted before, which is the then there's School of Affair. We've reacted to the last is the School of Affair. So this actually this is their full, what you call this album. The Are You Late to Dark and Wild to Go for School. So this is the first full album. So technically this is their first album. So I think going to the school teen concept. So after the School of Affair, which is actually I didn't know that the I forgot the Boy in Love comes first after this track, after the Dark and Wild intro. So that's the first. They've used a what you call this an old track to put it in the intro, you know. And the intro is actually what you call this, the Dark and Wild album. This comes from the love that is what you call teenage love, you know, of having this kind of uh, uh, more of jealousy, more of fake love, you know. Uh, we're getting into the Dark and Wild. So that's the album. So I think because What Am I to You track is based on RM's solo. I think he just wants to convey um, the the love that he felt in his teenage years. So that's why I think it's more of RM's what you call experience here, the What Am I to You track. So next is the Danger. So we're actually, the Danger is the title track of this album. So they have this music video of Danger. Actually, I've watched the music video already. This is the one, and what you call this, the first one that you like to watch of BTS. But as I mentioned that I've watched first is the Boy with Love, and then and now the other videos I've watched mostly with music videos only. So now I think it's good to have this kind of reminiscing. You know, that's what I love about BTS tracks. Even though you've heard it 1,000 times, you've watched it 1,000 times, there's just something about the way it sounds refreshing every time you heard it, you know. And so now we're gonna watch it. So now I finished watching the what you call this, the Danger music video. So actually it's a continuation of the What Am I to You, because RM also the first rap or the first verse of this song Danger, he continued on with the What Am I to You to the Danger song. So it's actually one concept of having a love of Dark and Wild. So, yeah. So I think this is the season of eyeliner. So I think, yeah, because the Danger music video album stated that, you know, it's a lot of eyeliner here. I know I'm on that phase also, and it's a 2014 album. So I think eyeliner is the trend here. And also in terms of music, the track is that they've used electric guitar here, which goes more of bass here, and the music video is, as always, is perfect. Yeah, I like the I just like, you know, every time I'm watching the Danger music video, there's just something that you miss every time you watch it. So actually I like the way the timing of the bass in the hands of Tay when he touched the mirror. Yep, because he's about to, cut his hair off here, and also his hair is really hair. That's why he has a, what you call this, a hairstyle of a straight bangs throughout this era. So um so the next the next music video is War of Hormones. And at first, this is one of my favorites actually. Before, in the Dark and Wild album, before, this is one of my favorite tracks, War of Hormones. And before learning before learning the lyrics of this, because the music video, as I remember it, as a one is a one, I don't know if it's a one take music video, but I think it's a continuous filming video. So that's what I love about it. And also it's a hype song. And yep, it's one of my favorites here in this album. Yep. So we're now into watching it again, the War of Hormones. They have a music video here. So now we're finished watching the War of Hormones music video. And actually this track has many issues in releasing this track, because the lyrics has, but I think it's, for me, it's actually an appreciating the beauty of women. That's what I've read between the lyrics in this track. So since it's from the era of where they filmed the reality show of American Hustle Life. So they actually overcoming the, what you call this, because they film another No More Dream, I think, in LA, and of how they come up with different races of girls, and actually I've also watched an interview just like a few years ago, I think. No, not a few years, a few weeks ago. I don't know, it's 1 week or a few days. But they've interviewed the director of this music video, because they just they requested to have this kind of film, and how the director regretted not filming that specific type, and is actually what you call this, a more, it's fit the theme of the album, which is Dark and Wild. It's actually Dark and Wild, even though it's encouraging women song, so, and I love how they shoot the music video, of this song, War of Hormones. So it's actually one of my favorites, War of Hormones. So at the same time, I think I've what you call this, it's the same vibe I get in the one of my favorites. Wait, it's one of my favorite in a different album of BTS. Wait, I'm gonna search it. is the 21st Century Girl. That's what I've had this what you call this vibe, same vibe on. The 21st Century Girls, which is also one of my favorites, and it's the same vibe with it, you know. And I think since this is a late 2014, and I don't know from what album is the 21st Century. So after, because it's in the Wings album. What is one of my favorite first album. If you ever ask me what's my favorite BTS album, it's the Wings. It's the Wings. That's it. Wings, and then Map of the Soul 7. Because Map of the Soul 7 is the same era that I have. Okay, so now we're going to the next track, which is the Hip Hop Lover, also known as a hip hop pile, I think. So actually don't know this song. It's the first song that I don't know in this album, the Hip Hop Lover. So we're going to continue watching the lyric videos. They don't have any more music video regarding this album. So they only have three: the intro, the danger, and the war of hormones. So now we're going to rely on the lyric video. Okay. So now we're finished watching the lyric video of Hip Hop Lover. So actually, it's, as I've said, the early years of BTS, of the composers and everything here is basically is from RM, Suga, and J-Hope perspective only. So as they've got into the Wings album, so now the vocalists have more, contribution to their albums. As we nearing that era, really the exciting part is the Wings. It's just that there's just so many layers. There's so many things they've put in the Wings era, and it's actually, as the main song of that album is Blood. They've blood, sweat, and tears in there. So, because it reflects on the album itself, actually, of how much blood, sweat, and tears they put it to it. So, going back to the Hip Hop Lover, it's more of RM, Suga, and J-Hope's love for hip hop that time, because they have inspiration through hip hop singers, and also I think hip hop is also trending in late 2000 to that. So I'm actually not that into hip hop, but I think I've always want to to listen to other genre. So whatever fits into my ears, I've listened to it and put it in my playlist. So I think in the hip hop pile or lovers song is how they express the love of hip hop there. So going next to the next track, which is the Let Me Know. So after watching the Let Me Know lyric video, actually going back to the concept of the album, the What Am I to You, Danger, War of Hormones, more of expressing the love of a love between something. It's abusing love. And connecting to the hip hop lover is more of how love, expressing the love. So after War of Hormones, it's more of basically the concept is love, and then dark, and being dark and wild. You know, so Let Me Know is a song of knowing that love dies. Here in the Let Me Know is actually the always using video of how much Jimin's voice is so high here. It's a concert. They always use this clip here of how Jimin has a great voice in here because he has a great falsetto here, and contrast to the song, which is actually a dying love. Dying love. It's going dark. it's in the album of having sad love here. So we're going there now based on this track. So Let Me Know it's you know having falling out of love here. So basically there. So now is the next track, which is The Rain. The Rain. So okay. So the Rain track here in the Dark and Wild continue on with the Let Me Know because it's The Rain is actually a depressing song. But they've put in a lot of bass here. I really wish I have another version of here. I like the song actually, but in terms of setting the mood, because the Rain is such a depressing day. Actually, a season or anything that's Rain is actually depressing, and I think I like the version if it's in the piano. So I love the piano here, and I think they've invested a lot of bass here in this album because what you call this? Up to the first song to the Rain, they have a lot of bass, and I really love if it has a version of piano only. I think in YouTube it must have. So I'm putting in my playlist. Rain. Really some of the song up. It's a really depressing after Let Me Know song, just falling out of love. It's actually a good track to put it after that kind of song. So Rain. And after that is the Cyber Part 3. I don't know why they put a depressing song. They put it in a hype song after the Cyber after Rain is comes of the Cyber Part 3. We know the Cypers have always been a hype song. I don't know why, so let's check it out. I think it has the same, what you call this, vibe or any same connection of that song having a depressing love to being hyped up to the Cyber Part 3 Killer with Supreme Boy here. So let's check it out. So now finish listening to Cyber Part 3. It's actually my favorite Cyper. I didn't heard Cyber Part 4, but I think this is one of my favorite Cyber Part 3. Even though how fast the lyrics were, you have to what you call this, uh, go on with it, boss it if you have to, because actually is this hyper party. I don't know if why they put that in the middle of the track. I think because it's dark and wild, it's actually going to being dark. After the dark, they go into the wild. So I think that's why they put it in the middle, of the album, the cyber part. So next is the interlude. What are you doing now? So I think based on the cyber part B, it's more of, I don't know why. I'm expecting the flow of the album to be wild after that, because we know Cyberport is all about the hitters of the BTS, that's why. So next is the interlude. What are you doing now? So actually, I find it funny to have this kind of track interlude. I know it's an interlude, but having a one word in that track, what are you doing mo? And continuing with that, I think is actually not gonna say much, because the interlude just wants you to, I think they have this kind of flow of what are you doing after that cypher part. I think I'm getting the connection between this songs, but I'm what you call this, I'm gonna say it after hearing the full album. So now is the next song is the Could You Turn Off Your Cell Phone. So now we finish hearing and watching the lyric video of the Could You Turn Off Your Cell Phone, which is have a long title. This is actually the song itself is what is happening now about communication, and really nowadays you can see this happening, but since it's COVID, you don't have a choice. It's actually technology is actually a good thing if you use it in a good way, because I studied information system, I studied technology, so I know the bad and good thing about technology, how social media affects all of us, and also our relationship and everything. So I think, please, tools are meant to be used. People are not meant to be used either, because people is people. They're not tools, you know. So, and just saying that tools are meant to be used in a good way, okay? So the song is actually a good what you call this reminder in all of us. It's because it's actually happening even in the early whenever it's in the technology era, it becomes hard like that, because you know we're on the phone, and then after that technology actually speaking as a former nursing student, technology is basically can change our mood, and if you have a what you call this have a long long time to look at your phone or gadgets and everything. It actually affects your mood. It actually affects your relationship with other people. So please make time. This is a time. This is a time to connect. Even though we're not actually in a near distance, because social distance and physical distance needed for this COVID pandemic. So, but please try to connect. That's what technologies are made for you to connect, not to disconnect. Okay, so it's really a good song, even though it's in an old song. It's a really good song to reflect on, So it's actually now going to a reflect. I don't know about embarrass or song, or also known as the blanket kick. Okay, so we're gonna check it out if it's connected. But I think it's always connected. The songs of BTS are always connected. You know that. Just how they connect with each other. That's the question. So now we're gonna listen to the blanket kick or embarrass song. So actually, I don't know. It had a different vibe up till now, because embarrass or blanket kick is actually a love song. I don't know why they put it in there. So let's see. It's actually just experiencing of when you're in love. That's the blanket cake song is about. I don't know. It's one of my, because they have this choreography about it, and really one of my favorite songs here in the album. So I'm putting in my playlist. So now we're gonna, I don't know why they put it in such a upbeat to such a lovely song. So let's check it out. The next song is 24/7 Heaven equals Heaven. It's a long title when you put it like that. Okay, so actually I've just remembered something I want to add up to the blanket cake or the embarrassed song. I keep reminding this in my brain while listening to the 24/7 equals Heaven song. Just want to add this real quick. Is they actually added, in terms of the track, the music itself, they actually added a trumpet here in the blanket cake, which is what I love about it is it's on the chorus, and they should have turned up the trumpet there. Really love how they put it in just a random, put it in their track, which is actually good. It works actually. So that's why I love also in the embarrass or blanket cake. So moving on to the 24/7 equals Heaven. Just realized this. I think the what you call this, the flow of the track list, I think it's more of after the what are you doing now? What are you doing now? It's about reflection. It's about reflecting. So after going dark and wild in the first part of the album, they've become more of reflecting here. In is the two songs that we finish hearing is a love song. So I think it's more of what you call this reflective kind of moment. What could have been if this would have, I'm getting into it. So now we're going to look here, which is the 12 track. So after here, so only three songs. Actually, two songs with one outro. So let's get into it. So I'm actually satisfied with what I've heard in this track. Look here, because they put the trumpet here, trumpet, and also they use the beat is actually a high beat. I love the song actually. I love the song, and hearing the trumpet and what you call this, they've used I don't know what's called, a drum with but I don't know what's it called. I know what it looks like. I can't describe it. Just like a jar drum. The one that they've used in the, no, they didn't use that. I think in the Idol, I think they use a Korean. I don't know if it's a Korean instrument. But I think that's the sound of it. You know, it's really satisfying track. I think, and they put the trumpet in the air. That's what I've liked to hear in the Embarrass song. They what and also did a great job in the Look Here track. So last two songs here, I think it's more of a love song till the end. I think because after this album is it's actually a Japanese version of Wake Up, Japanese version, and after that is the most beautiful moments in life, which is actually after the Wings. I love this album, the most beautiful moments in life. I'm gonna tattoo it in my body. I'm gonna tattoo it in my body, I tell you. I'm planning to have really love it. So continue to the second grade track. So actually the second grade is, I'm really curious of why they put this kind of tracklist in the Dark and Wild album. It's unusual to have a set list, to have a more of a dark and then going to a softer, I think a softer, because after could you turn off yourself, or the interlude, we start with the interlude. It's all about mainly love songs and reflective, and also I think that's what the album is about. It's more dark and wild and going to reflective kind of flow. So in the second grade is how they 1 year been in the industry of BTS. And I forgot to mention, and I don't know if it's in Look Here. Wait, I'm gonna check if it's in the Look Here or the 24/7 Heaven. This is so familiar. They've used Danger actually beat in the first part of it. I don't know if it's a Look Here. Look Here is so familiar. I don't know what's the song. It's a familiar track in the first part of it. And also no, I think in the Look Here song, actually I think they've used a Danger there in the Danger track. I don't know why they put in a familiar song. It's just a familiar song. And so now the second grade, going back to the second grade, yeah, as I mentioned, it's about the how they feel comfortable, but also very wary of, at the same time, of having being a second year now in the industry. So really gonna what you call this, sum up the album after I'm finished hearing the outro. So this the outro. Do you think it makes sense? Really, really, do you think it makes sense? Rather, what you call this, a timely question. Do you think it makes sense? So actually, do you think it makes sense? I tell you, it doesn't. Wait. So, actually, I keep coming back to Look Here song. It's just there's so many things happening in that track, and they've put in a great harmony in there, a great trumpet, and a great track. They've come up there in the Look Here. It's in the conclusion of this album, I tell you, it's just so interesting to have this kind of lineup. They put the dark. Usually they going soft to dark. Usually as an album or anything, a story and everything, it starts with the soft to the hard part. But they approach it with the dark and wild first, and then going to the more of love song. Really interesting to go with. But I think it's more than just a love song. It's more of a reflective kind of a song, and also it is because this is the last of their school love affair era. It's a school trilogy, so this is the end. It's actually a satisfying end to put an end to the school concept, because the next is actually before the Japanese version of the school trilogy is the most beautiful moment. There's another era of this, so I think it's a beautiful way to end such a concept. So I think that's why they put it in the dark and wild first, and then go into a softly kind of approach songs. So next, so this is the end of our reaction review of the Dark and Wild album BTS. So next we're gonna react to the Japanese version of the school trilogy, which is the Wake Up. And there's just they always put a Japanese version. I just reckon of having this they put so much spoilers in every Japanese album for the next songs, for their next concept. Because I remember briefly is the youth album is a Japanese version that talks about the next album, which is the Wings, and also the You Never Walk Alone, which is actually it's not a Japanese album. Actually, this is not a Japanese album, but a full album of the Wings and the You Never Walk Alone era. So I think they started early with the Love Yourself, Her, and and have this face yourself with a Japanese album, and love yourself answer. You know, cause where's the lights? Where's the lights? Cause lights is where's the lights? I don't know where they put the lights. I think it's a single. It's a single song, because they've actually spoiled us for the next album, which is a Map of the Soul Persona, which is, you can see from the music video of lights going to the Map of the Soul. They've used the same concept of music video of the lights in a Boy With Love music video. You know, the theater part, you know, that's what I think they've always spoiled of what will coming next. So really, and a concept, you know. So I'm really I felt amazed by that. So how they come up with that idea, you know, just there, and you can see the what you call this, the track, the clips of spoilers for the next album, which is really great to have that kind of concept. So this will be the end of our reaction, and next will be the Wake Up Standard Edition. They have what you call this, Japanese songs, added Japanese songs there, new, which is the stars, the intro, the line, Wake Up, and the outro. So they put in the Jump Japanese version there, Danger, Boy in Love, Just One Day, line part. So they have the line and line part 2, and also they have No More Dream Japanese version in Shingeki no Budan. I don't know what's that. we're gonna check it out there in the next reaction of Catching Up with BTS. So this is KARENPO. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video if you like it, and share this and comment if you have any reactions. So basically, this is what I've just come up while listening to the album. So this is my own opinion only. So this is not what BTS. I don't know if this is what BTS targeted. So thank you for watching. Bye bye.